Welcome to Art in the Afternoon. Since it's Earth Week, this week we are going to make these cute little owls out of some recycled items. So, what you're going to need, and you can feel free to substitute if you don't have everything around your house, is a Sharpie. A metallic one is preferred, or you could use just a plain black one. Scraps of construction paper, scissors, a glue stick, newspaper, a watercolor paint set, scissors, and a pencil. So the first thing you do is you're going to take your piece of newspaper, which I have just a plain piece of newspaper here, and you are going to take your watercolors, which I have right here, and you're going to paint. You can paint it any color you want, as you can see here. I am just randomly putting different colors down on my paper. And you're just going to continue until your whole paper is covered with paint. Okay, and as you can see, I have one done here. It's not a full sheet. If you are in a hurry, you can always just use a blow dryer to dry it, but for the next step, it needs to be dry. So, what I'm going to need to do now is to create the owl's body and the wings. So I'm going to fold it up about a third of the way, and I'm going to cut that off so I have that section for the wings. And you can make yours bigger. I'm just made mine small for showing you. Okay, and then to draw the owl body, in case you want to make sure it's really symmetrical, you're going to fold that in half, and then you're just going to trace on your paper shape of an owl. So make sure you get the pointy ear, and then he's kind of fatter at the bottom here. Actually, I'll go over that in Sharpie for you so you can see that better. See? And then I'm going to cut that out. Just kind of like the same idea as when you make Valentines and you fold the paper in half and then you cut out half a heart. Same idea here. And open up and voila, one fat owl body. Okay, and then I'm just going to fold the third that I cut off earlier, fold that in half, and I'm going to cut out two wing shapes, and they are like half of a circle, and I kind of want them to be kind of a little bit wider here than that. So I have two wings. So, and the next step is I want to take some of the plain newspaper that was not painted yet, and I'm going to make the two eyes that don't have the color on them. And I mean, you don't need to do that, but that's what I did. And so to make sure that I have a better circle, I took my salt shaker and I traced around the bottom. And then I fold that in half so I can get two circles cut out at the same time. Cut my circles. Now I have two eyes. Okay, so I'm going to take my glue stick and I'm going to glue them. Like so. And then I want to make two smaller circles out of white. So I'm going to take my scrap of white paper, which I have floating around. I can't find it, so I'll just use this. And I'll cut that out. See, it's all about being recycled. Anything that you can use to save. Okay, so I found a bottle cap. I'm going to use that now and trace out two white circles. And I'm going to cut them out together. So So actually I traced one circle. And there we go, 2 white circles. And I'm gonna glue those on top of these. Just stick them there. Now he needs his pupils. If you don't have any black scrap paper, you could certainly just use a black crayon or Sharpie to color them in. But since I happen to have a black Sharpie, I'm gonna do that. And to make an even smaller circle, I'm gonna use the top of the glue stick cap. And I'm just gonna take that. And if I fold it over again, then I can make 2 circles the same exact size without having to worry about tracing and cutting twice. I can do it all together just by folding that paper in half. Okay, and then I do the same thing. I'm gonna glue those. Glue, glue. It's looking a little wonky. The eyes aren't exactly centered. Okay, and next are the wings. So I'm just gonna put some glue on the back of the wings. And the curved side go into the body. So now he has his wings. So, what's he missing? A beak, that's right. He needs his beak. So I'm gonna take a scrap of orange, or if I have yellow, or if you just have white and a yellow crayon or Sharpie, that'll work too. So you can use whatever you have on hand. You can make it your own. Okay, so I have one beak. I'm gonna put some glue down and give him a beak. Now all I'm going to do left is to add some detail with my metallic Sharpie. And again, if you don't have one, you could use just a plain black Sharpie. And I'm just gonna draw in some designs to make the feather shapes. And if you watched Storytime today, Storytime was all about feathers. And there we go. There's our recycled owl art project for Earth Week. See you later. Bye.